What is up, everybody? And welcome back. Another day at the renovation. Drywall was delivered yesterday, so the boarders are going to get started on what they're doing today. They have to insulate the basement for sound before they get started. It's obviously the morning because my phone has been going off like absolutely crazy, but we are flying into drywall, which means everything after this is a full speed race. We're about 2 weeks behind on this renovation just due to not having a drywall company that is reliable, but we think we found one, so they're gonna get started on it in the next couple days here. Drywall delivery was yesterday. Fireplace is ready to go. Basement is almost ready to go. There is a little bit of back framing that I need to take care of, but that'll be coming very soon. Other than that, the only thing that I really need to do is deal with the medicine cabinets in the upstairs bathroom. They've been ordered, but they are not in yet, so we're gonna just kind of wait. I'll cut them into the drywall after the fact. Doesn't really need to be done right now. So everything's stripped, pretty much ready for baseboard again, which is nice. Like I said, drywallers will be coming in here today. Patch this all up. Shower gets full cement board. Basically, glass wall will drop onto the stub wall. Shower has two spouts, one up there, one over there. And then when you walk into the shower, the mixer valve is actually at your left-hand side just as you open the door. That way you can turn your water on and walk into your shower after it warms up. You don't have to actually crawl into your shower to warm your water up. Two medicine cabinets going right here. We are waiting for them to be delivered. I don't have the specs for them, so it's kind of what we're waiting on. It's easy enough to notch them into the cavities after the fact. This is the old medicine cabinet, but it is being covered and drywalled. Ceiling is fully stripped and ready to be re-drywalled. A little bit of sag in the poly just because of the blown in cellulose in the ceiling. A little bit of weight up there, but two vanities need to go in. We are waiting on plumbing fixtures to come in because they were ordered with the bathtub. We have an undermount bathtub, which means the knee walls for it can't be framed until the bathtub comes in, which is fine. Shower niche is good to go. Plumbing, and mixer valve on the stub wall, so glass enclosure. We'll have a knee wall right here that a glass ledge will be coming down on. Also, I desperately need to get that cleaned up because this job site's a mess. Other than that, the floor is fully stripped. Baseboard's all off. Carpet is basically ready to go back on. There's probably going to be a little bit more work on the stair stringers just due to the fact that there's a lot of staples in carpet, but a little bit more prep and we'll get it going. We did have some water issues in the ceiling. So the drywallers and the painters are kind of working together to take care of that. Tape is peeling. That was just from bathtub upstairs overflowing earlier before they started the renovation, but we'll get it fixed up for them. Kitchen backsplash is ready to be reboarded, so we'll take care of that while they're here. As you can see, we've got a mixture of green board and blue board. Green board is a moisture resistant drywall, so use that in anywhere that's going to be prone to mold, like bathrooms, high moisture areas, and then all of the backsplash will likely be cement board just because it's easier to put tile to. So like I said, drywallers are going to be in here tomorrow and insulators at the same time. It's the same trade where we're from. Insulators insulate and then the same company comes back and drywalls it. Usually we've got the same guys to do taping as well, and then whatever ceiling texture needs to be done will be them as well. Lots of packages next to me delivered for the house for the future after drywall. Probably going to get them a little more protected than they are right now. The other thing I need to do is cement board the backsplash, cement board the fireplace back so we can put tile on this. It is a 24 by 24 tile, so there's actually only 4 joints in it. Joint in the middle and then joint horizontal middle. It's going to look very clean, and I'm I believe they're going with 16th of an inch grout lines. Take you downstairs. All of our rough-ins are done, and we have moved some electrical. If you can see beside me, there used to be outlets right here. This wall is actually getting a recessed TV, but I'm not going to cut it in until I meet with the homeowners and confirm where they want it. It's kind of one of those things that's easy enough to do after the fact with a multi-tool. Okay, so one thing I did notice while doing my walkthrough, I actually didn't finish a bulkhead down here, so I need to put that in before the drywallers get started. They're also going to take care of any insulating down here that they need to do. Currently in the basement. It's not light enough to give you a walkthrough yet, but in about an hour it will be, so stay tuned. So as you can see, this is where I originally had the bulkhead. These two pipes were in before. We decided to add that second pipe after the fact. Just feeds back into the HRV to suck any humid air out of the bathroom. We don't use bath fans anymore if we have HRVs in our house because we can put moist air right from the bathroom, which leads up into the cavity and then back into the furnace room to the HRV unit. But like I said, it's too dark, so I can't really show you. Other than that, need to move that bulkhead out, and then this is a big bank of cabinets which will cover the panel and just be a storage room. So that bulkhead is actually being extended past the panel to the edge of that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check the dimension of the upper cabinet. I got this piece of the bulkhead already hung, but I don't know the depth of my upper cabinets. If I leave the bulkhead too far back, it's not gonna protrude past the cabinets. Cabinets are actually gonna stick past the bulkhead, which will look really stupid. I can take you upstairs and show you, because that's something that we're gonna fix upstairs for the homeowners that the original builder of the house did completely wrong. Usually you stick your bulkhead by about 2 inches past the cabinet, and that just adjusts for any crown or any valence. But like I said, it's completely dependent on the situation. Sometimes you just make bigger upper cabinets, sometimes you make smaller ones, but everything's dictated on the plan. So I'm gonna go check it, get this upper bulkhead in, and put whatever drywall backing I need around it. We'll be good to go. Okay, like I was saying downstairs, if you can see this upper cabinet, you see where that bulkhead is? Your crown is actually sticking past the edge of the bulkhead. So if they built that bulkhead out flush to the corner of that drywall, they would have been perfect. They wouldn't have had any issues with their crown. Doesn't really matter, but it is a very annoying thing for a carpenter to see. So I'm gonna add 2 layers of 1/2 inch plywood on that. And then I'm gonna add a layer of drywall, and we're gonna build it out so it sits perfectly to that corner, which is actually gonna put it past the upper crown about 1/2 inch, which will be perfect. But that's next up. I just gotta finish that bulkhead downstairs and check on that dimension of those upper cabinets down there. Okay, so like I said, I'm just gonna check on the plans. These are the plans for the storage room. This is our millwork drawings, as it says right here. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see this too well, just due to the quality decrease, but I'll kind of walk you through a little bit. So showing me right here that I have a 1'2" upper cabinet. And then you come beside it, it's showing me that I have a 1'2.5" bulkhead. So basically they've drawn it so the bulkhead hangs out 1/2 inch past the cabinet. It's gonna be pretty close. I think what they're gonna wanna do is pull this cabinet out off the wall so it comes flush to the bulkhead. Maybe we'll leave it to 1/4 inch reveal. So I'm actually gonna build that bulkhead framing at 1'2.5" out. That way I know it's past my upper cabinet. When we add drywall, it's gonna be 1'3". So I'm 1 inch past my upper cabinet. But then when I go to install cabinets, I can easily pull these upper cabinets off the wall about 1/2 inch to bring it flush to my bulkhead. I don't want my bulkhead to be behind the cabinets, or else it'll look like the cabinets do upstairs, which just doesn't work for us. So give yourself a little bit of extra room. You can always fur that upper cabinet off the wall. Looking at elevation straight onto it, you got 3 sets of uppers. So we'll just pull that measurement downstairs and make sure it'll work out with where that electrical panel is. Another quick side note, all the packages are here for the reno. Like I said, we're about 2 weeks behind, so these are kind of in the way now. I just texted someone to bring some painters call. We'll get those covered, make sure they're protected from drywall dust. Now that I have that dimension on my bulkhead, just gonna pull a measurement from bulkhead to wall and we'll get it built. Personally, I like screwing my bulkheads. There's a floor above it. There's a lot of drywall on it. So it's nice to have something that's not going to wobble apart over time. I don't think it ever would, but it's just my preference. Okay, so looking at 1'3" out actually brings me to that mark right up there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a little bit of a backer onto this joist, which will allow me to have full backing to screw this bulkhead into. Then I'm gonna have to put a 2x6 on top of it for drywall backing. All right, got the bulkhead in, which means we are pretty much ready for drywall. A little bit of backing to do. I'm also going to cut out my plates, get them ready for drywall, so the drywallers aren't tripping over them. Other than that, we are pretty much good to go. So living area in here with a plywood wall, no drywall on this. It's going to be a play structure for the kids. Double barn door opening out. I actually have to put a little bit of backing in there just to complete that bulkhead. Mechanical room in the corner is fully boxed in. We've got a pretty substantial bulkhead running in there to enclose all of the ductwork, all of the heat runs. Entertainment unit is going to be in this corner. We might be notching it into the wall or furring that wall out a little bit, but that'll be decided on walkthrough with the homeowners. Coming through, we got bathroom in here. There's going to be a inset medicine cabinet, lights on both sides, and just a standard bathroom with a 60-inch base pan for a stand-up shower. Bedroom downstairs, nothing much to it. Just some wires, electrical for TV box, light switch. Mechanical room is on the other side. Nice big closet. Door for under stair storage, which will be nice for the homeowner. It's actually going to be a keypad storage, so punch to get in so they can store anything away from their little toddlers. We got pot lights all through the ceiling. I believe there is about 15 or 16 pot lights down here. If you see those rings right there and this guy right above me, those are speaker rings for the future. It's nice to rough them in. Speakers are actually extremely cheap, so I would definitely recommend you put them in your renovation while you're doing it. I'm going to cut all the plates out, take care of a little bit of cleaning down here, and then jump on to another job. I have a millwork walkthrough with the homeowners on one of our houses. The house I installed the solo tube at. They're just about running to the end of drywall, so we'll be in there very soon doing mill. Let me just give you guys one more quick walkthrough before I take off out of this house. It's going to look a lot different tomorrow. When we come back, drywallers are jumping in here as well as insulators. I think it'll probably take them about a day or two to fully drywall this basement. All of the mechanical rooms, actually all of the rooms in this basement are fully soundproofed with rock wool. Basically, it is a rock fiber insulation that mitigates sound transfer through walls. So we put them in our bathrooms, put them in our bedrooms, and put them in our mechanical rooms. So when you're sitting in the living space, you can't hear any sound transfer coming either from the ceiling or any walls that make noise. Also, it's nice to put it in your bathroom so you can have a poop in silence. Also, ceilings get full rock wool bats as well as sound bar, which is basically a metal bar that drops your drywall about 3/8 of an inch. Stops any rattling from the floors from people walking above to transfer to the basement, which is great. It'll actually drop the sound rating in here quite a bit. So that's on the docket, but probably 2-3 days for them to insulate drywall, sound bar, get this thing ready for tape. So see you next time. If you guys are enjoying the videos, there's going to be lots of content coming up from this renovation. Now that we're going into drywall, we're kind of full speed ahead, so be prepared for lots of stuff coming over the next 2 months from this place, and then all of our houses are actually going into finish at the same time. So we got lots of ridiculous content coming up, including built-in wine bars, secret bookshelves, secret rooms, built-in entertainment units, 30-foot tall fireplaces, basement, basketball courts. If you like the videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Give it a thumbs up. It really helps boost small channels and get them going. So appreciate you guys following along, and see you next time.